for me, the latest evolution is the idea that you have a learning network through a number of different social medias. It could be Facebook or it could be Twitter. So there's an element of learning that you're getting by connecting to Twitter and then going from those tweets to related tweets, and basically that vine of interest, if you will, is kind of like, to me, the latest trend that I'm gaining experience with. Other elements of online learning would be either live video chat and or posting videos or posting responses verbally and with the aid of camera and digital viewing, that you're looking at somebody, what they're relating, and then you might click on something, and then you would have an opportunity to share your viewpoint face to face with the camera, and then somebody watches that, and everybody kind of adds to each other's thought processes, and then at the end of that you have a full group of people that have shared their levels of interest. You can refer back to it. The actual and I believe one of the more original forms of online learning that I've been doing for I basically started about 10 years ago with Blackboard. And Blackboard is you're posting, responding to people's posts, mostly just with text, and it's kind of I remember my experience is that I sometimes got a little visceral in my texts and my responses, and so you kind of have that as a reminder to really be clear of emotion and to make a purely objective response to whatever the prompt was. Really good learning experience, because sometimes a prompt can be either political or edgy or both, and you just have to be real clear with how you respond to that. It's a different sense of self-awareness, I will say. Challenges of technology that I absolutely and definitively see are that there's an assumption made amongst educators, especially educators who are working with technology, like say in a one-on-one perspective like we have with the iPads. There's an assumption that I immediately know how to tweet. There's an assumption that I know what I'm doing when I tweet. I really kind of am still learning how to tweet. No one has ever sat me down and said, here's a list of things that you do when you're tweeting, and there's a little guide, and this thing at the top is when you're gonna add a new tweet. This is when you're going to do something that you want to share or retweet. I still don't really feel like anybody's given me any kind of direction with that. It is a huge complaint. I am going to say right now in this interview that if I don't learn that at model schools, then model schools did not succeed. It is not something that you can assume people know. The connected educator. Well, if you've never been a connected educator, then how do you get connected? You can't just say get connected because that's what's best for teaching and learning. You have to teach old people how to get connected. When we did we did a meeting, I think they were called pods, last spring, and I'm trying to be all inspired because I'm the leader, and you're supposed to inspire your teachers. Well, that was the biggest response was, I don't know how to tweet. You haven't taught me how to tweet. The district didn't teach me how to tweet. Oh, so you went to model schools, but still nobody knows how to tweet except the people that went to model schools. And how did they learn how to tweet? And I'm just supposed to teach myself how to tweet? How about like a set of instructions that you could print out so we know how to tweet? That's all I have. I think it's heading in a good direction. I would really like to see people to dumb it down a little bit and low-tech it and have a list of instructions with guides and arrows and bolded print of what to do next, because at the end of the day, we're not going to get any better at this unless we get back to start low-teching it a little bit and making it a little bit easier to understand, and maybe even, wow, check this out, a help button. Okay, so like when I don't know how to tweet, you maybe put a question mark up there with all those icons that I still don't recognize, and you can go question mark, help, how to tweet step by step. And you maybe even have the option to print it out, because some of us might need to learn the old-fashioned way where you read and access information via a step-by-step process, as opposed to making silly mistakes and then you've now posted a stupid picture or not the picture you wanted, and then you don't know how to go back and undo it. And I'm looking at my Twitter page, which I really want to just like delete, but I don't know how to do it because nobody showed me how to tweet. Nobody's done anything to show me how to do it step by step. Show me how to do it step by step. I wonder about the basics once again of Microsoft Word. As I was just sharing with a colleague, kids have lost the basics of Microsoft Word, of how to indent, how to center and or left a line or right a line or whatever it is you're doing, using your basic tools of referencing and citation. I'm going to answer that, you know what, really needs to be a refreshed thing in colleges, maybe first semester. This is something that's kind of been, once again, we're so technological, we're making all these assumptions that everybody can do it all. And at the end of the day, no, they aren't ready. They can't do it all. They're real good at bad spelling and improvised things like the small I for I and a letter U for Y-O-U. They're real good at, the not using the grammar and not using what they've learned. They're very, very good at doing that. They improvise real well, and they can text based on their knowledge of the keyboard with their thumbs behind their back. They're good at that type of things. They're good at tricks of loading videos. They're really good at doing things inappropriately with the technology. Very, very good at that. That's what they're good at. But are they good at learning with the technology? Are they good at documenting and writing documents, creating papers, and doing good old-fashioned research? I think that's why we have so many of the kids here at the high school that fail the research paper. It's not because I don't think they can look it up or that they can't navigate paragraphs. It's that we have taken the assumption, once again, I love that word when I'm talking about technology. We assume they can do certain things. Okay? We assume they can paraphrase. You've got to reteach and teach and reteach and teach basic grammar, spelling, paraphrasing, correct formation of a document, and those things that are related like that. If you really want students to get good at it, then they can do all the fun stuff on their side. They're very good at self-teaching with these machines, but can they really create a document, and can they really truly create an excellent document with their tablets? I'm going to answer probably 50% of them can, and that's not quite good enough. So nope, not ready.